Hello, pretzels, and welcome back to the tripod. We are back. We're here to finish off Full Gear. Of course, AEW. I mean, it seems like a million years ago now that everything that has happened since. But we're gonna pick up where we left off. The most controversial match, the Texas Death Match. It was our favorite drunk, Hangman. He drank something different this time. Versus whose house?
Swerve's house.
With Prince Nana.
I wrote Captain Bob. Yeah.
Nana has backup dancers. That's how popular this shit has got. And I'm not talking about Caesar and Sticks. Looking like in living color and shit. The Fly Girls. Hangman ain't waiting. No nameplate for us. Buckshot Lariat immediately. Business just picked up, folks. Nigel just said cowboy shit without it being censored. That's nice. Duct tape Swerve's hands together. Staple guns his chest. Sting is rubbing one out backstage watching this. Geez, Staple Gun Jones over here. Hangman is beating this man like Swerve fucked his mama. Staples his kid's finger painting to his cheek. Filled his mouth with Swerve's blood and spits it in the air. The most controversial spot of the whole match. I don't want to name every spot, but this is insanity. Swerve's turn. He staples himself. He don't give a fuck. Cinder block time. Everybody's bleeding. Mox blading himself just watching this. Death Belly driver to Hangman on the cinder block. Swerve donning the crimson mask. Swerve pile drives Hangman on the very slim top of the barricade. Hangman also bloodied bad. The match should have been sponsored by Red Cross. Jesus. Hangman wraps Swerve and barbed wire. Fall away slam. Light Nana shenanigans. Hangman tombstone Swerve on a barbed wire chair. Swerve hits Hangman with barbed wire chair, and the barbed wire got stuck around his face and in his hair. That was a brutal fucking shot. The camera caught. It couldn't have felt too great. If I said it really, do we need broken glass? Fuck shit 450. With the broken glass on Hangman's back, JML driver, barbed wire board out, Swerve makeshift table with it. Hangman annihilates Swerve through and on this board. Barbed wire wrapped around Swerve's head, buckshot. Swerve saved by Nana. Brian Cage ruins this match. Hangman takes him out with barbed wire. Nana hits Hangman with the chair. He gets put through table off of apron for it. He did the dance to try and make him laugh. It didn't stop anything. Swerve clobbers Hangman with cinder block, chokes Hangman with chain, and Swerve wins over Hangman again in this incredibly violent, unique matchup. And had we been given ratings to these matches while we're going through it, when it's all said and done, this would have got my beer cheese. But Caesar, you finally finished the Full Gear. What were your thoughts on the most controversial match of the night?
Did he hit that bitch?
He's still watching it. Sticks,
Did
what
he
were
hit
your
that bitch?
thoughts on the most controversial match of the night?
I think a nigga just laid a pimp hand. Hold on.
Go ahead, Sticks.
Um, if we were given ratings, this would have got my beer cheese too. This match, like you said, was incredibly violent, but also very creative. I also thought this was possibly Swerve's best performance in AEW today. This man came out here. He's turned it up these last couple months, and this is the Swerve Strickland that I have enjoyed watching. This match was very good. To have a man like Hangman Page to dance with, only up the ante on it. Swerve right out of the gates gets busted open. I mean, you can just see it. It was just, I mean, he didn't stop at all. I mean, he probably bled more than what Mox does in like a month. He did that in just one night. And we know how Mox has that red Cross card. the moves. Swerve getting stapled and then just kept coming like a zombie. I mean, the guys even made the point of that. Like he just kept coming and coming. Shook off the staple. I mean, the staples affected him first, and then got the staple gun from Mox and just started stapling himself. We had the cinder block. He Death Valley drops him like shoulder onto there. Came into play later on in the match.
What do you think this match what do you think besides the blood spot? What did it do for these guys? What did it do for Swerve? What did it do for Hangman?
I think it benefited Swerve a lot more because I mean there was the home invasion that happened like a couple weeks ago, so there was that added fuel for Hangman. And then a lot of times you see with like heels, sometimes they kind of buckle under the pressure. Like Hangman didn't even do his intro. He came straight in, attacked him. A lot of times for some heels, that just rocks them off their game. It knocks Swerve a little bit, but he turned it up a notch. Like when he recovered, he went a going. Like I said, he took the staples, he started doling out the stuff. I know you said with like Brian Cage, he kind of diminished it. I didn't mind it because there's history. They even made point of there's history between Hangman and Brian Cage, so they had that little angle going into it too. Prince Nana, he had a little bit of fuck shit, but it wasn't like your typical like heel fuck shit that like sways a match. Like I mean, he helped with a little bit of a table, but I mean he did his dance and stuff. He ended up going through table. At the end, I like the way that the ending was. Like they even made the point of it. He got with the chain. Hangman did it with Mox back, I think, what was it, like almost like a year ago at Full Gear, or they made a reference to that. Swerve being able to hang Hangman with that chain after hitting him with the rest of that cinder block, I thought it was a nice touch. I thought this was a very entertaining match and was really good momentum for Swerve. Like they are giving him the ball and he hasn't disappointed them. Like what he has done shows why they have put faith in him and why they should continue to put faith in him because he knocked it out of the park. And when you give him a dance partner like Hangman, they have other people that he can have matches like this. That's the one thing about AEW that we have said. They've got a stacked roster. It's just a matter of Tony Skeets does enough blow to fire up those brain cells to be able to put a good plot, a good match together. And this match was good, regardless if he had a lot of input or if he just told the guys who he wanted to win. Those guys came together. Regardless, it was a great match, very entertaining, very violent. And like I said, if we gave ratings, this would have got my beer cheese.
So I know I said Brian Cage ruined the match. Of course, these were the notes I took while I was watching it. Of course, this has been over 2 weeks ago. Possibly Cesar. I mean, the first Hangman versus Swerve was kind of like Swerve's coming out party. That made him a star. This one, the match was personal, and Swerve still came out on top. Of course, like we had mentioned before, the Prince Nana edition, he attacked. Brian Cage attacked. Maybe that was to protect Hangman, that he didn't really just get beat clean. There was a lot of fuck shit in order for Swerve to get over, but it just makes him that much of a better of a heel. But where do you think this goes from here, Cesar? I mean, that's straight up match, Swerve wins. Texas Death Match, Swerve wins. Should they put this to rest? Are they going to do blood and guts? Like what's the next step? But what did you think of this match?
Well, blood and guts would involve 9 more people. So I don't think you can build a blood and guts off of just 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Bucks are technically heels, but now they're stepping away. I guess Hangman could call Jericho and Kenny, but then he would still have to have 2 more people. So that's just, it's what
does Hangman cost Swerve the continental the continental championship tournament
Yeah.
here? Because I mean, Swerve's in it,
Yeah.
and I don't know if Hangman is. I don't remember the brackets right
He's
off the top
not.
of my
He's
head.
not in it. I don't think.
So I mean, that could be. I mean, Swerve could start making it towards the top, and then end up getting cost a match and gets points and doesn't make it to the championship match. Maybe.
Possible double turn. Hangman turns heel, Swerve turns face from that result.
I don't think Swerve's gonna turn face because like everybody else in that group is a heel and they like to cheat. And Swerve's not above cheating.
That's why I'm asking. Like, where
I don't think Swerve's gonna turn face. God damn it! There's like so many assholes in this thing. Hold on, I just want to make sure. Yeah, so Hangman's not in the classic at any stage, but I don't know. Maybe Swerve gets to the maybe Swerve gets to like close to the top. Maybe it's kind of tied, and he's got to fight somebody to win, like, you know, that side of the bracket, and Hangman shows up and hits that cracker with a buckshot. But as far as the match goes, yeah, I'd have gave this match the beer cheese as well. This match was really, really good. I liked it. Yeah, very, very good. I mean, it was a super good match. Yeah, they got some, you know, some ignorant shit out the way, the staples and the kids doodling shit. Swerve broke out the center block, you know, tried to make that famous when he was kicking old fat ass Mark Henry. So he hit him with the center block, broke out the black glass. Yeah, not that white glass, black glass. That shit twice as sharp, nigga. Cut a cracker. Didn't he? Yeah, what did he do? Did he hit did he pour glass on his back and then hit a 450 on top of it?
450.
Dumb nigga. You gotta put a chair or something over that. Why would you cut yourself? You already bleeding. Blood everywhere, which is atrocious. And that you saw how they changed the mat, and that shit seeped through to like the mat underneath. Y'all niggas bleeding too much. Yeah. Moxley was probably jerking Blade in the back. Renee was trying to hop on his dick while he comes so they can get baby number 2. I guess, or now he's just back there pissed, mad. Oh, you trying to outbleed me? You trying to outbleed me? Yeah. Sting gave Hangman a contract to hell so he could drink nigga blood and be young forever and wrestle for the next 45 years. You know what I'm saying? Hangman probably had to grab his bat, or he probably had to cut himself on the arm, bleed on the back, grab it.
No, Sting gave him a pure white unicorn horse for the rest of his life.
He probably did. I'm just saying, but he had to sign that contract to hell. And then Sting gave him all types of life-altering powers. He was like, "You have tasted the magical flavors of nigga blood. This, if you grab this bat, Hangman."
Magical.
He was like, "If you grab this bat and pledge your allegiance to the darkness, you will be able to wrestle till you're 68." And Hangman was like, "God damn, I can make a lot of money because Tony Skeet's on that shit and he pays me a lot of money." And he's like, grab the bat and be a nigga hater like me." And then old fucking Cotton Candy appeared out of a goddamn portal. And he was looking clean, girl. He was looking clean in a fucking 8-piece suit. Because that's really who the devil is, Cotton Candy. He came out. And he was like, "Welcome, Hangman, to my army. It's just me, you, and Sting, and we hate niggas." And then he was like, "Hell yeah." He's like, "I'm with this shit." And he goes, "Wait, Hogan ain't here?" And he was like, "I don't want that steroided freak. Fuck that nigga." And then like they just went to hell and drank some nigga blood and tea and had some crumpets in the back.
With their pinkies up.
Yeah, well, of course, man. You can't drink tea without your pinky up. Who the fuck drink tea? If you drink tea with your pinky down, you assholes listening right now, I'm calling you a bitch, okay? You's a whole ass bitch if you drink. Who taught you? Is you raised in a barn? Huh? You's raised in the field, nigga? Everybody knows you sip tea with the pinky out, nigga. Pinky out. Look, grab it like this, and you like, ooh, this is some high-ass fine herbal tea or green tea or Jake's mama's ball sack tea. And then you go,
Or Massa Michael's sweet tea.
or like our new sponsor, Massa Michael's Southern Sweet Tea. Damn right. That shit got 2 picks of extra sugar in it. Damn right. I seen it. That's actually a good tea, too. It goes well with chicken, especially at the Big Brunch Cantina, the Lucky Bird Special coming to you. I'm just saying.
That being said,
Yeah. But shout out to Prince Nana for taking the bump through the table. And Brian Cage, you can always kill yourself.
I second that. It's just funny to see the fallout after that. Of course, before Survivor Series, everyone all up in arms, or like that's fucking wrestling Twitter. One side going, "That was the greatest death match ever." Oh yeah, keep doing this stuff. And then you have the other side. This was just so disgusting. They ruined pro wrestling forever.
I think it's more the old heads who don't like these kind of matches. I'm not saying I want to watch a bunch of death matches because, as we say on this show, we complain about Moxley bleeding for no reason in a regular match. Like, you can have a great match and not have blood. I don't think I've ever seen Will Ospreay. Well, he's probably cut himself a few times, but he don't need to be bleeding like that every night.
The last time I saw a black man bleed that bad, it was fucking Devon, like carving up his forehead in ECW. I had never seen a black man bleed that much before in my life.
I was gonna say a really bad joke, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go because you know.
Maybe that's why
the episode's still too young.
Yeah, I ain't drunk enough to say it yet.
But up next, I mean, I took the least amount of notes because I took so many notes in that last match. It was the Bucks versus Jericho and Kenny. Unless something very significant happens, least notes of the night. Crowd not a fan of the Bucks. I'd be booing Aubrey the whole time. Kenny and Jericho win. Bucks throw a fit. Cesar, who would have thought this would be the cool off match?
Yeah,
something like that, because these are 4 people who can go. But it was I'm talking me personally.
Yeah,
I didn't give a fuck about this match. I was like,
you didn't give a fuck because it was AEW. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but again, the stakes, like, if we lose, you guys gotta if we win, you guys gotta break up. Okay, well, if we win, then we get your tax. I was like, these fucking idiots. This is so stupid. What did you think about this, Cesar?
I thought the match was good though. I don't know why Don Callis was out there. I think I missed that part where he came to the ring. But I watched the match. They gave him a fuckload of time. Here's what I don't understand. I don't understand how you're not giving some matches time, but then you're giving, like, obviously the EVPs who aren't EVPs anymore. So much more time. Like, if you gave time evenly and let these motherfuckers probably have equal amount of time to plan this shit out, the matches, I would dare say, could be better. But, you know, Tony gon' Tony. Skeets gon' Skeets. But no, I thought, it was a cool down match, so crowd was probably super out of it. But I thought it was a fine match, though. It was. I see why the last 3 matches were better. They were the better of the card, if we're going to be honest. I mean, I don't know what else would have. I don't think any other match is better than the last 3 matches. But I did not watch the pre-show, so I honestly can't tell you.
I'm trying to look
No,
at.
you're absolutely right.
The previous matches here, Sticks. Sorry. Sticks, what were your thoughts on that match, the tag match?
I thought it was a fine match. I mean, I thought it was properly placed, if you want to, oddly enough, say that. I mean, it was a nice storytelling match. Like they even talked about it. Like, this was, I think they said it was like the second time that Kenny was going to face the Bucks, and I believe he won that other one. So I mean, it's kind of ironic that you had, and you've had Kenny, I think, when he teamed up with Hangman, take on the Bucks, and they beat him.
Yep.
And now he's with another tag team partner of Jericho, teaming up to take on the Bucks and essentially beat him.
Did they beat him for the tag team championships, or did they beat him for the match to fight the tag team champions?
I can't remember. I think it was one of those two.
No, they beat him. They beat him to fight for the tag team championships, because that's back when that missing nigga Scorpio LA cracker was with your boy Kazarian when they had the tag titles.
Which is ironic, because now that, you know, like, him and Jericho beat him again to be able to get a tag team championship shot, which they had won, which the Young Bucks had won, I think, in a fatal 4-way, like a month or so ago.
They won it at the last pay-per-view that we all shit on, that we all picked every other team.
But
I mean, kitty out that man.
there was
Sorry.
like Kenny, like the Bucks said, there was actually a lot of reason for this because they got the elite together and it was just like for a hot second. And then Kenny's went off to go do his thing and left essentially Hangman and the Bucks, which they ended up becoming 6-man tag champs. But then Hangman kind of started having his own thing with Swerve. So then it left just the Bucks, and then the Bucks are just sitting here like, so what did we reform for? Why did we all come back together? You decided to go run off and be a tag team partner with a guy that you've had deep history with hatred. Hangman's out doing his thing, and we're just here left carrying the elite flag. And I mean, there was a lot of history, and there's a good reason why the Bucks wanted to do this stuff. And I mean, it's going to be interesting now because I mean, the Bucks are going to obviously go full heel. I mean, they were.
Is it though? Is it though?
Well, Hangman's always
Is
better
it
by himself.
interesting? It's not
Well, it's
interesting.
going to be
Well, no,
because
not for the
is it
Bucks.
just
Who
gonna be
cares?
Is it just going to be those two, or do they start recruiting people? Like when they come back, do they come back? Because Kenny's got him, Jericho. Imagine he's going to have a Bushi. So there's 3 people. I mean, who do they get? Hangman? Like, does Hangman go against Kenny, or does Hangman like, hey, I'm still friends with Kenny. I can't fight against him. Do they find somebody else?
Well,
I mean,
no disrespect to you guys because I respect your opinion, but all the disrespect to AEW because I don't give a fuck about the Bucks and Kenny and Jericho. Enough already. Fight other people. I don't care. Settle your EVP shit out. No EVP, whatever. Let's fucking move on. The main event of the night was for the AEW Championship. Adam Cole, baby, subbing in for the Switchblade with the guns. Best entrance in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Cole hobbles to the ring. Announcements made. Ambulance driven by MJF back. MJF able to compete. Sort of. Switchblade, target acquired. Gun shenanigans. Ref throws him out. Switchblade being a dick to Adam Cole. If MJF beats Switchblade on one leg, call Sticks. He might be on suicide watch. Great story being told, nonetheless. MJF put Switchblade on announcer's table, and the table collapses. He drops an elbow anyway, straight to the floor. I think he popped his hip out of place when he did that, too.
Oh, the meme about that is hilarious. I'll tell you on Twitter.
MJF has broken the F-bomb record in AEW tonight. Fucking Uranagi off the top rope by Switchblade to MJF. By the way, there ain't no chance in hell Wardlow gonna put on a match like this with MJF.
Fuck no.
MJF is trying his best to sell his knee injury while pulling off moves like the tombstone. Double stomping arm. Oh, well, it's AEW. What the fuck? Switchblade on apron. MJF runs across the ring and leaping cutter to Switchblade onto the outside. Jesus. The docs check on him. Switchblade figure 4. Cole has the towel. Is he going to pull an Andre Chase? He has the towel. Actually, MJF threw the towel in on Cody before. MJF reverses the figure 4. Cole trying to hit Switchblade with the tag belt. Switchblade clobbers MJF instead for a 2 9/10.
I synced it.
The ref is knocked out. Cole places the ring on the mat, and then Santos Escobar. No, Cole places ring on the mat. Switchblade gets it. Low blow. MJF blinged up. Takes out the returning guns and Switchblade to retain. I was messaging Sticks the whole night, making sure he didn't drink some bleach, but he's here, so he's fine. But Sticks, what did you think of this main event for Full Gear? We had your boy once again, and we know what happened if you've been reading Twitter with Switchblade's aftermath.
Well, technically, he was here last week, and it happened last week, but I digress.
Yes.
Oh, the meme was that when the table broke with Jay White on it, it was like even the AEW tables are jobbers and they can't do their job right. And then it showed just Max just like, fuck it.
Well, the table pinned Brian Cage. I don't know if you saw that on Rampage.
Oh, no, I didn't see it, but I saw a clip.
Yeah,
and I laughed.
The collapsed table has a victory over Brian Cage.
That damn table, man. I need table versus vacant. for the next title.
Oh shit. Sticks. What did you think of the main event?
I thought it was a good match. I thought it was probably MJF's best match he's had in AEW in his career so far. Which I mean,
Better than that Adam Cole match.
I mean, it could be a time. I mean, that Adam Cole match might be a little bit better, but I mean, like this. I mean, with this is like with Jay White. Like I know, like whatever you're gonna want to say about Jay White, he's still like right now he's in his prime. Whereas like Adam Cole is kind of, I don't want to say in the twilight, but he's getting towards that. I mean, he's been on the shelf more than he has had like great matches, so that like worries me a lot. Like we've seen, I'm just more worried we've seen Adam Cole's best in NXT than we'll ever see in AEW. And that match against MJF might be the last great match that we might see him in AEW. That's just what worries me.
I mean, though, like everybody said that about his ROH run, and then he had that NXT run. I mean, you know, because he had matches in New Japan as well, but in ROH he was cooking, and then he came to NXT and somehow got back in that fucking kitchen.
Both of you have mentioned Adam Cole's run in NXT, and it just brought a match to my mind that doesn't get enough credit, possibly because of the man he fought. But Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle was a fucking banger of a match. I love that match. I think about that match. It was a good match.
It's a good match.
Yeah.
It's a good match.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We should all get drunk and live tweet about it before next week. Just saying.
Or we can do our one-line commentaries like we did last night for Survivor Series.
That was actually really funny.
But I mean, it's a nice win for MJF to have. He put on a hell of a performance. This solidifies him as probably one of the top faces in AEW. I mean, he got brutally destroyed in that tag team match after retaining. Doesn't look like he's gonna make it. Begs for his tag team partner, who's on one leg himself, to have them not take his title. So what does his best friend do? Say he's gonna take his spot. You can see Cole standing there in the corner, like, shit, what'd I get myself into? And then we hear the ambulances. We hear the ambulance. You see him hobbling out. Here's the music. Jay White played a heel so great. Like, he went for the leg and just kept brutalizing it and kept rubbing it in Adam Cole's face. Like, the disrespect he was given to Adam Cole the whole time, who he still says is his best friend. He's like, my good best friend, Adam Cole. And just, like, spit on him, kept opening the ropes, like, come on in, come help your friend. Like, even before MJF came, Switchblade was like hobbling around. I was like, I'll face you. I'll wrestle you one-legged myself. But like the moves that Max was able to do, like that table spot with the table exploding before he even did anything, Max could have shelved it. But what'd he do? He's fuck it. Did the Sammy guava juice, did the whole loco thing, and then dropped the elbow. What was that?
Sorry to interrupt, but where that nigga been?
Well, he's probably with his pregnant wife.
Oh, did she have the baby? Or I don't know. Sorry.
No,
sorry. You said guava juice. It popped in my head. Sorry, my brain gets cooking.
She's still a bun in the oven.
And then he hits the like you said, the excellent leaping cutter over the top rope. I mean, they talked about it like he was pulling desperation moves that you wouldn't ever think you'd see MJF pull. And he was doing it because he knew he needed to do it. Outside of that, I mean, it was a good match. I could kind of see, after reading reports, I can kind of see why Switchblade would be mad. But I mean, that's the difference between wrestling in New Japan and then coming and wrestling in AEW. I mean, that's something that you gotta remember when you're gonna sign that big money deal to come to AEW. I mean, you're gonna have probably a lot more bad matches than you're gonna have good. Your buildup probably isn't gonna be that great. But remember that when you're at home counting your money, lying in your sweet bed. But all in all,
Probably injured though. Probably injured.
yeah. All in all, I mean, I knew what was going to happen going into this match. There's no way that Switchblade was going to win. There's no way, but I'm hopefully going to reap the benefits of him being mad because I'm pretty sure he's going to start putting on some bangers in that Continental Classic tournament, which, I mean, I don't know if we'll talk about it, but he had a pretty good match against Roosh on Wednesday. So, I mean,
I just finished watching it. That match was really good.
yeah, he's going to put some fucking bangers on. And I mean, it's going to be interesting because with Eddie making the announcement that he's going to put his titles on, and with Switchblade essentially being, what was it, banned from New Japan after losing to Eddie. I mean, he wins that strong champion. If he somehow goes on and wins it and wins that strong championship, it's going to be interesting to see how they backdoor him back in there to be able to have a match or two.
Unless they make people from New Japan come fight him on AEW.
That's the only thing.
No, they're gonna use the cardboard Switchblade. He's gonna be over there.
Oh, he'll be able to go. Yeah, nice.
But all in all, I mean, it was a good match, and I don't know if it was worthy of being the main event, but I mean, I understand why because it's the AEW heavyweight championship. But I mean, it's not like it was a horrible match for a main event, but I mean, it was still a good match.
So Cesar, kind of funny that the two best matches of the night were the two best stories going on. Or you look back at all the other matches with not so great stories, they were not so great matches. But the two best matches of the night had the two best stories going. Cesar, what did you think of a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, main eventing Full Gear?
Was the match good? Yes. Was the right call made? Sure.
Debatable.
I said sure. I didn't say yes. I just said sure. I rose it up octave like a questions after. Sure. Was how it went down the greatest? Fuck no. Nigga, how you gonna take this nigga Jacob Whiterson Switchblade, okay? How you gonna take this man? That's his full government wrestling name. See, I had the nigga captions on, and the nigga captions always put the full name.
Well, I saw his license, so I understand.
Okay, see, Mangria saw his license, he ran his credit at the swap meet. He saw that shit. He
applied for a credit.
So Jacob came out there first. Jacob in the guns whooped that monkey ass in the pre-show. So I've been told because I didn't watch that shit. Damn, Ricky Starks, why are you so violent? Sorry. I'm trying to watch Dynamite and do this shit. But you know, Ricky Starks come on TV, he get my attention because that's my guy. Yeah, you damn right. Hit the post sticks. So yeah, he out here, and it's like you said, Sangria. We all know MJF is our scumbag. Okay, he can be our scumbag. We like MJF. We love MJF. He has great promos. He punches people with rangs. He got the title. He put Burberry on that shit. You know? And then he literally had like his knee was fucked up. He drove back in Ambulan. I don't know why it took this nigga 3 hours to get back. Because, I mean, if you put the nigga in the Ambulan, well, I guess maybe hospitals are slower out there. Yeah, but if you put a nigga in an Ambulan, he should go right to.
You got to get an X-ray, MRI. You got to wait for that shit.
Somebody got to fill out the paperwork. They got to look at your insurance card. He didn't have his wallet, so they had to go back to the stadium, get his wallet.
He was in the gown too. They had
do you think he has to pay for his own insurance or is Skeets paying for that? So then they got to pull up his contract. He was injured on the job. He had to fill out workman's comp. Damn, this might have. Now I understand why it took a long time now. Sorry, I had to think about it. Okay, so he had to fill out all his paperwork. We all know you can't get service at a hospital until you fill out paperwork, even if you've been shot in the ass 8 times. Still got to fill out the paperwork. Shout out to 50 Cent. Nigga lost all that blood, still had to fill out the paperwork, shot 9 times, and then lived. He'd go. But he came back. Like every single thing he did, he held the knee and fell down afterward. it could be like 3 punches in a row. He fell down afterwards. Jay White hitting him in the knee. A fully healthy Jay White. Think about this. Fully healthy Jay White. Cheating. Fully healthy Jay White. Cheating with backup. Outsmarting the Face's help and cheating. Still lost to a nigga on one leg.
That's what I was saying at the beginning. I got Sticks is gonna be pissed.
Still lost to a nigga with one leg. This nigga even hit the kangaroo kick, which takes 2 legs. But he only had 1 leg. Nigga leaped over the top rope. Jumping involves 2 legs. Huh. Hit that cutter. I'm not saying like I'm saying, but I'm not saying. We all know MJF gonna keep this title till they really find the next person to take it. Which I don't know. Hell, for all we know, it's gonna be Adam Cole again when he gets better, and they're gonna be best friends holding on to the title for the next year. This one cracker got it for 1 year, one cracker gonna back the other cracker up. Hey man, if it had to be anybody, I'm glad it was you, man. It beat me. And then he gonna help him cheat for the next. That's when they're both gonna be heel, and then they'll cheat for the next year. But to do that to Jacob, to me, that seems fuckery. That seems fuckery. And I follow a few wrestling pages on TikTok. As you all know, we're wrestling fans. We follow wrestling shit everywhere. This only exists because we follow wrestling shit on Instagram. And these guys, and all the guys, like kind of agree with this notion that it's a little bit of fuckery. Yeah, I get it. They take him out. If they'd have just tried to take him out and beat him up, and they're like, no, we got to get you checked out, but not like specify on the knee, and then he comes back hobbling, but still beats him because he already wrestled. Nobody else really. Well, I guess the Guns maybe. The Guns wrestled, but yeah, they're not wrestling in the main event. If they'd have just like beat the dog shit out of him and maybe like knocked him out, take him out, and then he comes back and fights for his championship, that's one thing because he's been gone for like 8 hours because we all know how long these shits run. But to specify the knee and then he hobbles back, hobbles around the match, and then still beats a fully 100% fresh man who is a world champion. That's just the one thing I can't get with, bro. That's just the one thing I can't get with. Well, that's what irks me about the thing, because it's been a great build for Jay White with fucking with Max the whole time. You did the heel shit. You stole the title. You got your minions. You gave him a chance to be like, yo, if you beat me in a match, you pick some guys versus my guys, I'll give you the belt back. Couldn't do that. You even use his gay love interest in the Acclaimed, who took the bullet for him. You're not gonna say I see what you did there? You're not gonna say what I did what you did there?
I think gold? At this point, Tony Skeets is gonna book MJF to beat everybody. He would beat Goldberg in his prime to become the supreme Jew of pro wrestling if Tony Skeets had his way, because this motherfucker never loses.
Right. Which I think MJF is just gonna hold. I think MJF is gonna hold this title until his contract is up, and that's.
Hold on. Because I've read there's rumors about that. A lot of people think he might have already re-signed.
Yeah.
And they're keeping it on the down low.
Yeah.
But I think, like what Cesar said, Jay White had been undefeated in AEW till this match. Like, he's one of your like prime guys.
Yeah.
And you just diminished him. Now
it was a big signing. It was a big signing when Jay White.
It was as big as what we just had earlier tonight with Will Ospreay signing with them. So if you're Will Ospreay, you have to look at that and say, well, how long is it going to be before this happens to me?
Hey, bro.
How long do I put on beer cheese banger matches, and then I get a championship spot, and you're gonna have me face a guy that's gonna come in with a knee injury, back injury, concussed. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna give a 10-star match in the Tokyo Dome, and I'm gonna lose in a pin on probably a simple DDT move or some fuck shit cheating.
No,
I mean, that's
so,
the other
so
thing we talk about. It's the other thing that we talk about. Like MJF, Dynamite Ring, kicking the fucking dick, all this stuff. And a lot of people are like, well, he was already injured on stuff.
Well, a couple final thoughts here. One, you guys said Jay White was a huge signing, but what I have noticed since Jay White has been there, he may have gotten a huge pop when he first showed up. He ain't getting MJF pops. He ain't getting Sting pops. He ain't getting major player pops. And him losing to a one-legged MJF is not going to help that. Also, I hope the next guy is Will Ospreay. I hope they have MJF versus Will Ospreay. It's a great match, and
it won't be till Wembley.
Down. Hopefully.
Yeah, well, it won't be until at least February. It won't because his contract's up in February.
So
yeah, he said 8 months, and he said he'll definitely be at Wembley next year, 2024.
Because if it's not Will Ospreay, I don't know who else they would put in that spot. Like you said,
nobody does.
Adam Cole. I mean, it's gonna be Adam Cole. I mean, I think they're gonna take their time with him getting healthy, and it's either gonna be when this friendship splits.
Yeah,
it's either gonna be Cole or it's gonna be whoever has stolen his mask, his devil mask. It's going to be either that one or two things.
I don't think that's a big name.
I forgot.
I don't think the devil mask. I don't think the devil mask is a big name person. For some reason, I'm still stuck on. I don't know why.
The Doctor.
I don't know why. I think it's going to be somebody dumb, and I think it's going to be Jungle Boy's way back into the company.
Well, let's move on now from Full Gear and let's dive into this past week in AEW. The only thing that I saw was Nick Wayne breaking character.
Yeah.
When the captain was in his face.
Hold on. You say it like the captain.
Trying to give him some fatherly advice and breaking. That was funny.
He's young as shit.
Yeah, he's still cutting his teeth in the business, but if you guys want to wax about the devil and his laughing or whatever you want to wax about, go for it. Because that's it. I'm
going to wax about this butt meat cafe match. There is Sky Blue and Anna Jay in the ring at the same. But Ruby's keeping my boner down. Ruby's in the match as well, but Sky Blue and Anna Jay got asses out. The butt buffet is open, gentlemen.
That's right. I saw that too. Cool Hand and caught Ruby, and they're playing this romantic angle, and Soraya's getting mad. This is
Soraya's a hateful bitch. She's just mad nobody wants to fuck her.
I think Tony Skeets gave them free reign, and this is what happens when you give idiots free reign. They put on some garbage ass soap opera that no one gives a fuck about.
Well, all these guys are just floating along because after now with the JAS being extinct and gone, I mean, now you got to try to find stuff to do for all these guys, all the members. I mean, Sammy's off on maternity leave with his wife, so that leaves 2.0. Jake.
Hold on. Pause. Sammy's off with his wife. Shout out to that fat bitch Pam. We are still sorry for what that dirty nigga did to you with his dirty dick. Proposed to you on live TV, talking about he loved you, and then left your ass for some Latina thought the first chance he got, and then got that bitch pregnant, and now she fat. Shout out to you, fat bitch Pam. We still respect you, and we still tolerate you here on the tripod, but not that dirty nigga with a dirty dick.
Yeah, he proposed to her on live TV. It was a feel good moment, and then. The check cleared. He's like, bye, bitch.
Yeah. He's like, he treated that bitch. He treated like Russell Wilson in his rookie contract. Russell had that white bitch on his couch when he got drafted by the Seahawks, and then he won some Super Bowls. And right before he was about to get that real big contract, because the rookie contract is only so much. Russell said, hey, look here, Snowflake. I got me a hood bitch. So it's time for you to get the fuck out. I called you an Uber. Your shit will be packed. He's like, Sarah, come drop it on the boy one time. Come give me that freak nasty pussy. And then drop that bitch. So shout out to you, fat bitch Pam, wherever you is in life. Hope that nigga wrote you a check.
I understand what you're saying, Sticks. Like they need something to do. But my God, maybe it is my fault. I'm taking blame. It's my fault for getting on X, Twitter, and seeing everybody praise AEW's programming every week. Ooh,
yeah, that is your fault.
Cool Hands Luke and fucking Ruby Woodpecker. What's going on here? Ooh, and meanwhile I'm vomiting in my mouth. But
yeah, that is your fault. You chose to look at that.
You're right.
Okay.
However, this is the best they can come up with. These are all people who complain that their boss didn't listen to them at the last place they worked. So this cokehead listens to them and goes, do what you want. And this is what they do. Disgusting, Sticks. But I digress. Sorry.
Oh, MJF fighting Samoa Joe at the end of the month. I don't know how you gonna beat this fat nigga. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't know how you gonna beat this fat nigga.
Sticks, did you watch Dynamite, Collision, and Rampage?
I got Dynamite. I caught Rampage, and I'm about a quarter of the way through Collision right now because they had Rampage and Collision on Saturday night, and Rampage was the first hour, and then it led into Collision.
Yeah, because remember they combined them, and they were on the same time that WWE was on.
Yep.
What did you say was a banger of the match that they had?
Jay White and
Roosh.
Oh, okay.
That was just before this Butt Meat Cafe match.
Yeah,
that shit was good.
And see what I like about the Continental matches are nobody at ringside, so everybody's. All right.
I'm calling it now.
Let Sticks finish his fucking thought.
Well, I'm watching live.
No. I was just saying that's one thing I like about it because you had LFI gone, and then Jay and the Guns are coming down. The Guns are getting ready to jump into the ring, and the ref's like,
"No,
hold on, boys, you're gone."
Yeah,
you're gone. Jay White's like, whoa. I need these guys. These are my emotional support boys. And the ref is like, nah, sorry. You may have lost to a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, but you still got to go this one-on-one. And it was a banger of a match. I mean, it was really good. I mean, that's the kind of match that I wish Roosh would have more of. Like, it kind of reminded me of, like, pre-Tony Skeet's ROH Roosh when he was champion.
He was cooking.
Yeah. That was a good match. Him and Jay were in the kitchen. And after, reading about how Jay was so pissed off about the build-up for that match and then the way that AEW championship match went, and to have this come out right out the gates, it's like, Jacob's going to be cooking. He's going to be cooking, so it's going to be a nice little tournament heading up to whenever they either have him eliminated or all the way to the championship. But I mean, it's going to be good.
Did he win?
Oh yeah, he won.
Oh, Jay White won. Yeah.
And this is like the Heritage Cup. You get points.
Yeah. It's 3 points for a win.
One for a tie.
Yeah. But you got to fight everybody in your bracket and then total points.
And that bracket he's in is a killer. He's got Mox. He's got Swerve. I
got the whole thing. So the Gold League is Mox, Swerve, Roosh, Mark Briscoe, who's back, Jay Lethal, and Jay White. And the Blue League is Eddie Kingston, Danny Garcia. Yeah. Claudio Andrade, thick neck nigga with no knees, and Brian Danielson.
So it's gold versus blue this whole time?
No. All the gold fight each other one time.
Oh, that's right.
And then you get the points. Then all the blue fight each other one time, and then you add up the points, and then the top gold, top blue fight for the prize.
Yeah, the gold matches are going to be on Dynamite, and then the Blue League ones will be on Collision.
Collision or something. Yeah.
What a bizarre color scheme for this fucking.
Yeah. So I'm guessing the title is going to be gold and blue.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm going to say is,
Mhm.
I'm calling it now. Ruby and Danny Magic are going to keep trying to hump, and the other crackers, Paige and that other cracker, are going to try to break it up, and then backstage, they're going to be fucking. I'm calling it right now. Enemies to lovers with Paige and that other cracker, they going to be fucking. I'm calling it now because it's early. We might miss it because we don't really watch that shit.
Well, I'm actually kind of surprised Cesar didn't talk about the ninja on ninja that started off Dynamite.
First of all,
versus Jay Lethal.
It wasn't as good as Jacob and Woods, but it was Jay Lethal versus Swerve to start off Dynamite. And yeah, Cotton Candy came to Dynamite. Master Michaels must have sent out a tweet because it started off nigga on nigga. And I'm gonna say Jay Lethal won't no walk in the park for old Swerve. Swerve trying to hit that fuck shit where he runs into the corner, pops over, and hits that shit. And Jay Lethal popped up on the apron. As soon as Swerve popped over, I kicked that nigga in the face. I was like, oh,
this is the Continental Classic too?
Yeah. It was first match of Continental Classic, girl.
Why are all these matches good and I'm missing them?
Yeah, bitch, you need to watch Wednesday, nigga. Get on Sling TV and repeat this shit. Nigga, we had two bangers.
Have it freeze every 5 minutes.
Quit getting on Twitter and reading those AEW marks talk about the matches and watch the matches.
Now I can tell you for show. Two things for show, Sangria. I did not watch any other Continental Classic cracker matches because they was on Rampage and Collision, and you know I don't DVR those shows. But these two tonight on ATW, cooked.
So each show has 2 Continental Classic matches?
3. No, they had the main event was Briscoe and Moxley. Which
shit, that's going on right now.
It was
Moxley walked his dumb ass out with the water.
Mox didn't bleed in that match. Briscoe bled in the match.
You a goddamn lie.
Oh my god!
No, you watch it. Hey,
I'm watching it now, nigga.
You watch it. Moxley
Stop the presses.
Moxley didn't bleed. Briscoe did.
This is
we got a live tweet.
This breaking.
This nigga Sticks is telling me right now this bullshit match I'm about to watch that this bullshit nigga who bleeds all the time ain't gonna bleed.
That's
okay.
That's bigger than Punk returning to WWE.
Yeah, that's bigger than R-Truth returning, nigga. But I'm telling you right now, Sangria, that Jay Lethal Swerve match was a banger, and then the Jay White Roosh match was a banger as well. You can skip the rest of the bullshit. And now I'm about to watch Mark Briscoe because he back, baby, versus John Moxley. And I know thick neck nigga with no knees. I think he beat Eddie Kingston on Saturday or something.
My God, that's horrible.
Yeah, thick neck nigga got a dub, so he's got 3 points. Eddie Kingston got 0.
Wait,
Kingston about to start.
Was it a good match, Sticks? Did you watch it?
I don't think he's watched it.
I watched it. I made it through Danny Garcia and Claudio. That's all I've made it through so far.
Okay.
Which they're billing Danny Garcia as like this dark horse underdog. And I feel sorry for the guy because I watched it. They interviewed him, like he was sitting in like the arena before and they interviewed him, and you could tell he's just kind of like maybe a little fed up. He's like, yeah, I know everybody's picking against me. I'm coming in with losses. I'm going to be going against Claudio, who's way better and has got some momentum. But he's like, that doesn't make me any less of a competitor. He's like, I can come in and still pick up some dubs. And it's just like, man, Danny's so much better than this. Like, it's just from where we saw him like 6 months ago to now.
Yeah, but he's so small, so he's got to play that role. It's like Bryan Danielson. He's got to play that role.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't like the way that they're going with Danny right now. Like, I mean, he's probably I don't think he's going to get swept in that bracket, but I mean, the dubs aren't going to be as much as what they could be. And there's no way that you could do like a Hail Mary, just run of runs for him to be able to maybe get a chance to get up there. Like,
Well, I mean,
think
if everybody takes wins and losses and he gets like the last 4, you could technically. He's got to lose twice and
I
win
don't
4
know.
because
I
of
think
6
he's
people.
going to collect. I think he's going to collect more L's than he is dubs.
I like
Yeah.
how he was red fucking hot when he beat Bryan Danielson, and then they immediately drowned him in
Yeah.
the JAS with Sammy, and then
Yep.
he went back to being a joke. But then he brought himself back with that silly dance.
Yeah.
He came back with the silly dance. He's red hot again.
Damn.
And now they have a second chance to make this guy a
All
star.
right. I mean,
They
we
don't-
know he's going to lose to Brody King because that's just like, if Brody King is his next match, then yeah, I know he's going to lose there. But
Why
he's the
is
same.
Brody King in this? What
Who
the
knows,
fuck
man?
is going on here?
We don't pick who's Brody King is the only dumb nigga in it. If you really look at the card, right? It's Eddie Kingston, Daniel Garcia, Claudio, Andrade, Bryan Danielson, Jay White, Jay Lethal, Mark Briscoe, Roosh, Swerve, and Moxley. Eddie King is the only dumb nigga in it. If they would have had Aleister Black,
They should have had Buddy.
our Buddy.
should have been in
Yeah,
it.
oh my shit. Yeah, they should have had Buddy.
No, because Buddy and Alistair
Are in a tag match.
are in a feud with FTR right now. Like, they're going to end up facing in a tag team.
Oh, that's why that.
Yeah,
guy's
but
in-
no. But they should have had Buddy because Buddy was by himself at the pay-per-view, and Alistair and No Knees nigga was in the tag match. That should have been it. And put Buddy in, then I would have been like, this shit's gonna cook the whole way.
Well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on from all trash wrestling, and we are going to the A show of the week. It's NXT.
I gotta get more ice, so y'all talk about
And
stuff.
Caesar's getting a more ice. We're kicking off this show with a Heritage Cup championship match. It's Noam Dar with Metaphor versus Chad Gable with Alpha Academy, of course. No score in round 1. The crowd is chanting Gable to the tune of Angle's theme. I thought that was a nice touch. Mensa shenanigans lead to an Intsurugi and a pinfall for Noam. Round 3 during the commercial picture-in-picture. They disrespect round 3 a lot. Gable dragon screws Noam's balls on the second rope. Take it easy with that flying headbutt, Gable. We don't want to see you on that dark side of the ring in 10 years. Noam with a motherfucker of a knee to Gable's nose. Still 1-0 heading into round 5. Gable with the delayed German pin gets a point. Noam cheap shots Gable during the break. Fuck you, Sling TV. I hate it so much. Noam has mastered that Judas effect back elbow. Gable has added a modified Dominator to his moveset. He used it on Raw too. Ankle lock Jones over here, but Noam taps post round. It ends in a tie, and when it ends in a tie, the Heritage Cup champion retains the cup. Book saying, "Thank God." he raccooning for all Noam. Maxine slaps Wendy Williams. Otis catches Wendy because he got jungle fever. He got jungle fever.
They got jungle fever. They're in love.
Sticks, what did you think of the Heritage Cup match that kicked off NXT?
This was a hell of an opener. And when you saw that when they made this match, you knew it was going to be because Gable's been on a fucking roll. And Noam Dar, when it comes to these Heritage Cup matches, now that he's got his baby back, his number one thing and his life back, he's going to do anything and everything to keep it. And this was a hell of a match. I mean, it was another coming out performance for Gable. You had the stuff that you figured was going to happen with Noam Dar and Metaphor. I mean, they were going to do whatever it takes to keep the Heritage Cup with Dar and in the group. But Gable looked really strong in that. He was able to take all that stuff, able to get a pin to even it up, and then, like you said at the end, puts the ankle lock Jones on. He crosses the leg, sits down on it, and Dar taps like a second after bell rings. So I mean, maybe we'll get another one, but more like I don't know. But I mean, all in all, hell of an opener, and it was a great way. NXT cooking again. I mean, they started off again with another heater.
Whenever Kurt Angle grapevine the leg, it's over. It's over. When he got that ankle lock in and he grapevined it,
Wrap it up. Let's go
ring
home.
the bell. Ring
Go
the bell.
home. Go home.
It's over, baby. It's over.
You can count to 50, nigga. Go home.
Exactly. Cesar, the Heritage Cup Championship match kicked off NXT this week. What did you think?
All right. Hear me out. Because you know how I feel about these matches, right? Know how I feel about these matches. Sangria going to take a piss.
No, I'm letting the cat out.
Sangria letting the cat out. You still heard it on the mic. This was a good ass match. But you know what my problem is always with the cheating to win a spot. Right? Calm that shit down. Hold on. Hear me out. Let me cook. Wait, how did Noam Dar win his fall?
Noam Dar with an Insurug.
Yeah, but it was like
it was a
the
distraction.
Ref.
Yeah, it was Mensa.
If this was going 6 rounds, I would have preferred nobody won nothing until the 6th round, near the end, and then do the cheat shit, or because let's really be honest, Chad Gable is the bigger name just because it's NXT. Not saying with us because we all love wrestling the same, but if you're marketing this right, Chad Gable's from Raw coming down for this, right? He should have won a round earlier to put the fear in Noam Dar, and they keep tying, and then Noam Dar stealing that shit at the end to tie, knowing that the tie he keeps his championship, I think would have been way more suspenseful. Like, oh shit, Chad Gable really gonna win this shit. He gonna be in NXT for a minute. Oh yeah, you're right. Hold on, sorry. We talking about some other shit. Just to be more suspenseful, not to have Chad Gable, not to have Chad Gable get the dub. But Chad Gable being in the driver's seat from being someone from NXT who's made it to the main roster, who's had success in NXT, who's had some success on the main roster, who has always turned chicken shit into chicken salad. He should have hit his move, maybe like he did in like the 4th round to get one up, to be one up, then had that 5th round, and then Noam Dar to maybe even sneak cheat a win in the 6th round, knowing that as soon as he got that dub, and then they announce it that because it's the tie goes to the winner, might have made the match a bit better. Not to say it was a bad match. It was great. But from the drama side, having Chad Gable chase to have to get a win, I think it would have been better for Noam Dar to finally have to chase somebody, because it ended up the same way. He cheated early. He got a dub. The person gets their revenge, and then he either wins it later or, he still keeps it. I think it would have been a better situation the other way around. Maybe they'll do that at Deadline. I don't know if he's going to have an opponent at Deadline. I think it'd be cool if they do that actually one time.
Because then he could have got the tie, and then just like ran around to basically play defense till the clock went out, and then he could have pointed to his head and been like, "Hey, I knew what I needed to do, and I did what I needed to do."
But like it went 6 rounds, and like it didn't, like just him holding on because he can see the clock is one thing. Yeah, but like him having to know he's got to get a dub in that 6th round, he would have put out all the stops, might have made the drama feel more.
I was talking about him playing defense after he got that win.
To
even it up.
Yeah.
What I'm curious to know is, are they going to run the gambit? Are they going to have Otis now challenge Noam, or are they going to have a mixed tag situation where Otis and Maxine take on Noam and Wendy Williams? Up the humor angle there.
I don't know if it'll be Noam and Wendy Williams. I think it'd probably be Mensa and Wendy Williams because they don't want. I don't think they want Noam to like Noam, I get it. Noam had to lose to Tyler Bate because Tyler Bate's just too big of a name. But I don't think they're gonna risk Noam taking a pin, so they'll throw in Minza and Wendy Williams. Actually, it'd probably be shit. You can't say Miss Jackson; she's injured, and Wendy Williams is in the Iron Survivor, so she really shouldn't lose until that match. So I don't know. Yeah, you got some.
No, you're right. You're right. Have Mensa in there because he's been the one that's been kind of catching L's. I mean, he was the guy that caught the L that lost Andar the cup. So he could be the guy that takes the L while Wendy still has momentum. She doesn't catch the L. She's in the Iron Survivor.
Yeah.
Noam isn't in the match at all. So, I mean, it's actually kind of perfect being able to do it that way.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Up next, we had JBL give us the next deadline qualifiers. Mello versus Josh Briggs. It's a random. Blair Davenport versus Thea Hale, who they call the Spitfire. I see what you're doing, NXT. Is someone tuning into Mangria Fuel's YouTube page? Tony D and Stax celebrate at their restaurant along with New Carmella and Guido Crew. Trick and Mello in locker room. Mello says he'll do this alone. Trick understands. We had the NXT Women's Championship on the line. Lyra versus Zaya. But a fight starts during the entrance.
Oh, shit.
Should have drank the tea, Vic. Book says. Lyra selling it like she was shot. Cesar, we got a lot of little nothings here. The JBL announcement. Tony Stacks at the restaurant. We got seeds planted some more with Trick and Mello's strange relationship, and then the attack from Zaya to Lyra. Any thoughts on that stuff?
Yeah, Tony D and them get the title, so they gotta go back to the one restaurant that has no name and talk to everybody. You know, they got to get a big spread. You know, they got to be eating. You know, motherfuckers got to eat, man. Motherfuckers got to eat. But with everybody, they got to call the family. Crackers out there getting it in, doing work, doing dirt. It happens. It happens. And then what was after that? Oh yeah, Lyra versus them hoes. JBL says JBL wants some big nigga to fight some big cracker to fight a little nigga. You know what I'm saying? But JBL ain't no racist because he did team with old Blackie himself, and they had a great run.
Smash cut to JBL getting people from the border.
He hates
Mexicans over the border.
Yeah, JBL hates Mexicans, but he don't hate niggas because he loves himself some Ron Simmons. JBL would take and Teddy Long. Because remember that episode where Teddy Long came back to SmackDown and JBL jumped up from that damn counter. He hit a cowboy two-step from hell. Jesus Christ. I think I pissed my pants that day. JBL said, I gotta go, Cole, and threw his headset off and hit a crazy ass step. I'm gonna send you all that link when I find it. So JBL loves himself some niggas. You know what I'm saying? If JBL was ever on the other side, not like this fucker behind me, JBL would have all the darkies in the house, and he'd have the light skins on the outside picking that cotton. He might even have some white folks because he would have all the Mexicans picking and all the niggas in the house. That's what JBL would do. That's what JBL would do. But yeah, he picked old Thea Hale and called her a nickname that I'm just saying. You know, we know you niggas be making fake accounts and be watching, okay? We know you niggas be watching. You be hiring the interns. You be hiring the interns to watch. And that's fine. That's fine. Just give a nigga some credit. You know what I'm saying? Just give some niggas, a nigga and two crackers some credit, okay? Give the reverse Oreo, known as the tripod, some fucking credit. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying. We see you though. Give
that s'more some credit. All right. We got two crackers and we got some Hershey's in the middle. Give that s'more some credit.
Yeah, and when we get Bretsky back, that's the marshmallow, you bitch. So it's real smart. So give us some credit, you fucks.
Sticks.
And then Lyra got snuck by Xia Li, and Stokely probably beat his dick. Like, yeah, kick a bitch to win the title.
Well, Sticks, I mean, we just basically got a bunch of setup segments for later on tonight. But yeah, it is interesting that they got JBL to do this. I'm curious to know if JBL actually does watch the product and he's invested in the product or not.
He
Or
probably
were
still
they
gets
or were
paid
they
for that.
just they had the Rolodex and people weren't returning their calls, and JBL is always by his phone waiting for a call from somebody to be like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it,
No,
boss."
no, I guarantee you, if they have to do it and record, them niggas getting a check. Yeah, he's down to get a check.
JBL's all about them bills, but Sticks,
He a businessman. He a businessman.
any thoughts on these setups? We had Tony D and Stacks in the restaurant, JBL running his mouth, tricking Mellow Seeds, and Lyra being attacked.
Yeah, the family on the victory, getting the victory dinner. We're seeing a setup of that. They roll up into the restaurant. So we're getting that set up. We know we're going to see that throughout the night. Yeah, I often wonder too if like the legends, the alum actually, if they pick these matches, or if like these guys, send them an email saying, we want you to read, these are the matches, add your flavor to it, whatever. I liked how JBL he made the correlations with like Josh Briggs to himself. Like he's like, well, he was in a tag team. I was in a tag team. Josh Briggs, I think he's got potential to be a single star. A lot of people said the same thing about me. I needed to break out. He needed to break out. This is the opportunity to do that. So I like that. Yeah, got a lot of correlations happening between WWE and stuff that gets said on a certain man's YouTube channel. Where's the reparations at, WWE? Where's Mangria's reparations? This man's out here.
Come on.
This man's out here slaving, putting content, probably getting like maybe 2 half-hour naps and a sandwich and a small fun-sized bag of chips to eat to keep him going. The least you could do is a shout out, throw him some merch, maybe give him a little bit of a paycheck. Hell, give him a free subscription to the Peacock at least. Maybe throw some tickets whenever you guys are around in Cali. Let the man show up. Maybe then you can actually allow him to give you some ideas before they're said on this program, on this channel. I mean, give the guy at least maybe a little bit of a title, janitor of creative, at least, maybe, I don't know, something like that.
Custodian of creative.
Yeah, creative custodian. You could do that. Give him a closet for an office. Do something, because this ain't right.
A lifetime supply of Massa Michaels sweet tea. That's the least you can do. So I could just sip that shit while I'm creating content for all these motherfuckers.
Exactly.
But I digress. Up next, it's the Hard R's versus the Lotharios, because they don't have a tag name yet. It's Nachos versus Ninjas. Here, Book is digging it. It's all about checks and championships, after all. Malik, or Hard, getting beat down most of this match. R gets the tag, but it don't matter. Lotharios for the win, with a toss-up and kick to the head, double team. BJ and Fallon in the locker room. Briggs wants to go at it alone as well. No backup for Briggs. I see Jensen more as the breakout star because of the work he put in last year. That was kind of funny with Kiana, but I digress. Then we had a deadline qualifier. The man who don't miss, Mello versus Big Country, Briggs. I'm sure we can appreciate Briggs getting this opportunity, but come on. This is I was writing this at the beginning of the match, gentlemen. It's an obvious outcome. Wait, why is Lexus interfering? What the fuck? Briggs takes it? Holy shit, opportunity for Wendy Williams and for Briggs. Mello does not qualify? That's a twist. It was a decent match too. Sticks, we had the Hard R's versus the Lotharios, and then Mello versus Briggs.
Yes, our boys, the Hard R's, got some TV time. Master Michaels pulled some strings, got a Greyhound down there, picked the boys up, brought them up. The The Black Friday sales for the T-shirts were put on hold because the boys had to come up, put some work in the ring before they had to send them back down, so that way they could churn out those T-shirts for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But yeah, Los Lotharios. I mean, we've seen it. They're repackaging these boys. They're giving them TV time, giving them backstage promo, video promo time. So I mean, they're building them up. And unfortunately, they had to have them beat our boys. But I mean, the finisher that the Lotharios did, I thought that was kind of neat. And anytime we can get our guys on TV, you know, that sticks 316 action, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Get them on there. We had Mello and Briggs. I thought it was going to be too obvious that Mello was going to win. And it was. And it was, especially with everything that had been going on with, Lexus essentially saying he was the guy that jump trick. It's like, there's still going to be something happening with this. And it did. And obviously, they want to give some star power to Lexus because they put in the TV time with them. So why not build up the match between him and the guy who's been carrying NXT for the last couple of years, Mello? It's going to be Lexus better be able to put on a show, because if he goes out there and gets dominated by Mello and just in-ring work, man, they're going to send Joe ass back down to AEW to development and say, you can have him. You can have him. We'll take fucking Wheeler Yuta. We'll trade you down and take Wheeler Yuta. But yeah, it was a surprise. And it's going to be interesting to see now that if we're starting to get a little bit more surprises in these like in the deadline match. We'll see how Josh Briggs does in this match. Like, they obviously see something in him. So let's see what they see. Let's see if he can do something that make us be like, okay, yeah, now I see what's going on. Because like you said, the work that his partner Jensen did with Kiana last year, I mean, it should have been
the entertainment. The
entertainment. But if the in-ring work hasn't caught up to that yet, maybe. But I mean, that he hasn't really been on TV all that much. So you would figure maybe if he's training at the Performance Center, you'd hope that would start catching up. But I mean, Briggs put on a pretty good match, so it'd be interesting to see how he goes in the deadline match.
Shit, with Wendy Williams, the Hard R's, Mello, Wesley. This was Black Tuesday, Cesar. What'd you think about Hard R's versus Lotharios, and then Mello versus Briggs?
Sorry, I was just laughing at this meme. Fucking Dan Marino was at the Jets game today and said, told Aaron Rodgers, just retire, nigga. This team sucks. But anyway. Yeah, niggas was out. And it was great. But anyway, yeah, Los Lotharios, of course they're going to beat the shit out of the Hard R's. The Hard R's ain't getting no push right now. They're getting a push just to get TV time. They're just getting a push just to, it's cold out. Cotton don't grow in the cold, you know what I'm saying? So cotton candy can't be out there.
They're getting a push out of the van from the farm.
Yeah. Ain't no cotton really growing right now. So, so he's like, hey, go get on TV and make yourself a little more famous so I can get my 20% from your contracts. You know what I'm saying? Then they got to build up these Latin niggas. Yeah, you're right. It was all the old wetbacks versus the niggas tonight. You know what I'm saying? They was getting it in, and the wetbacks was stomping ass because they got the dream from Poppy and shit that they're gonna be tag team champions and all the other fuckery. And it's just a little enhancement match. Hard R's. They out there to do work, do dirt. Get their little 5 minutes of fame. Take their ham sandwiches, grape soda. You know what I'm saying? And their little sour cream and onion chips in the back and catering. Get their meal on Tuesday, then they back out of there, man. They back down to the farm. So, slight work, then they out of there. Now, Briggs versus Mello. Briggs versus Mello was a real good ass match. That's why I like when they when dudes who are like dudes who've been to the peak, like Mello, and they're fighting dudes. You know, they're just trying it out. They're trying it out. Like we say with the Creeds, like you know, I think they want Julius to be a breakout star if they do break up the Creeds. But Brutus is just as good in the ring, but I feel like he's way more passionate in the ring. And Julius is just like the strong single, like he's got the good build, the good body, you know what I'm saying? But they're still a great tag team together. But I don't know if any of them can talk, really. Briggs, I feel kind of the same way. We know Jensen's got the entertainment value. Jensen's always been the one they make fun of, and he can like dish it back and do shit. He's got the entertainment value, and Briggs is like the powerhouse who's in the ring. But I don't know if Briggs has got that on the mic to take it to the next level. Yeah, he can go in the ring, and he was doing some good shit. Cracker hit that moonsault out of nowhere. Ain't never hit that shit before. And we know Mello can go against any sized opponent. So, you know, Mello made him look good, got him through the match. I mean, I don't know if it was more Mello or if it was 50-50, you know, because
I know you were talking about the moonsault, but my favorite move of that match was when Mello came off and was airborne and
yeah, Briggs hit him with the clothesline
mid-air.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
So dope. It was good. It was good. Yeah. So, you know, with somebody like Mello, you know, the long-term wrestling ignorant marks, like was that Mello, like, you know, selling and cooking for him in the match, or can he go by himself? You know, you got to put somebody like because even when it was Briggs versus Jensen, it was still a good match.
Yeah,
you know, so you gotta think that, like, all right, these two dudes came up together, then they had a match, it was still good. But when you're adding someone like Mello, who we know can go any given night, doesn't matter the opponent, can go in the ring. Is it Mello, like, you know, selling and doing the work with him, or can he physically go by himself? Can he make it and I think the Iron Survivor is like his test. It's going to be his test. I think it's going to be Trick's test. We know Dijak can go with anybody. Fuck that. We know he's solid. So I really think maybe they're trying to push these other guys that they maybe have faithful in.
Is that 3 big people that got Trick?
Yes,
Briggs,
it's 3 big dudes. Yeah, it's Dijak, Trick, and not Mello. Sorry, Dijak, Trick, and Briggs. Yeah, I was thinking this myself. Oh, this is 3 big dudes.
We need some poquito amigos in there. Poquito.
Somebody's got to be the quick fucker around to try to keep the pace, to try to up the pace. Like
Axiom.
Wait. But that's a repeat of last year. They have not repeated anybody from last year. Is it going to be 4 new people? Yeah, remember, because Axiom was fucking with JD McDonough. He was killing that nigga.
Oh yeah,
Was Nathan Frazier in there last year? Was Frazier in there?
Wait, it was Mello, Axiom, JD, and
it's gonna take me a bit.
No. It wasn't Nathan Frazier. It was Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller. Yeah. No, so Nathan Frazier was not in it next year.
You could have him in there
last year. And you know what? The sad part is they're trying to put this Wes versus Dominic. Imagine Wes with Trick. Imagine if it's Wes, Trick, Dijak, and Briggs. That would cook. That would cook. That would probably be the best outcome.
JD, Axiom.
Yeah, Grayson. Because Grayson won it. Yeah, JD, Axiom, Grayson, and
a lot of notes. Grayson.
What do you mean a lot of notes? Just Google it.
It's Gacy. Gacy was in it.
Yeah, Gacy was in it. Yeah.
A lot of notes. Yeah, that's it.
The guy who offed himself, Gacy.
Yeah. So not Axiom. So you could have Nathan Frazier. My perfect 4 would be Wes, because we know Wes can cook. And besides, it's a heavyweight championship match. But yeah, if West wants to fight old Dirty Dom.
West, Mello, Trick, Dijak,
Well,
Brick.
no, Melo's not in it.
Oh, that's right. Fuck.
Yeah, you stupid.
Wait,
Melo's
wait.
gonna probably
Last chance.
Melo's probably
Last chance
gonna
battle
face
royal.
Yeah, but you can't have 5, Mangria. It's 4.
It's
Name
only
5
4?
people. Yes, there's only 4. You just said it. You just said Axiom, JD, Gacy.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, you drunk bitch. You drunk bitch.
Math is hard. Math is hard.
Math is hard. So look, there's only one spot left, Mangria. Who would you want? It's Dijak, it's Trick, it's Briggs. Who would you? All right, perfect match. Who would you want? You have Wes. You have maybe last chance with Mello.
Nathan Frazier. Stick said it earlier.
You want Nathan Frazier?
Yeah, I think that would be good. He needs to be the quick little guy.
Or
okay.
This would be a break. If you're looking to like get breakout opportunities for guys, that would be a breakout opportunity for him, for Nathan Frazier. Main event, lights on. See what you got, Frazier.
All right, all right, but remember, whoever wins gets a heavyweight title championship. Who would you want?
Trick.
Because that person's got to fight.
Trick gonna win. Trick gonna win.
What's that Trick, man? Come on now.
You're gonna have Trick Dijak for the title?
Uh-huh.
No, I want Trick.
I like it.
Because the short North American Championship run they gave him left such a bitter taste.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's give him the opportunity.
Yeah, but he's gonna lose again.
I don't know.
He's gonna lose.
Mean, I can see them being like, hey, this guy's.
I don't see anybody beating Dragunov till maybe Stand and Deliver.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
they're not gonna crown a new champion if till Stand and Deliver. I don't think they would crown a new champion.
You don't think they wouldn't do anything like Royal Rumble weekend?
Well, no, Deadline is like right before Royal Rumble. Deadline's like
Royal Rumble beginning of January or towards the end of January?
No, towards the end of January, but Deadline is towards the end of December. And so, they only go like every 3 months for pay-per-views.
I just always thought they matched up with the big 4.
No, they don't really. Sometimes they do, but like Stand and Deliver is WrestleMania weekend.
They had Roxanne, Zoe, Indy Hartwell, and Kiana James were the women last year.
That was last year, yeah.
Yeah.
But Roxanne lost already.
Yeah.
Yeah, she out.
They got who they got this year? They got Blair Davenport, Tiffany Stratton,
and Lash.
And Wendy Williams.
Yeah, so I don't know who you would have as the last person.
Yeah, who knows who the last person is going to be?
Well, let's move on real quick. Okay, Holly about to Will Smith Mr. Stone at his house.
Mm-hmm.
Stone's wife Tara and the kids are there. Corny ass segment. Wesley to the ring wants Dirty Dom at Deadline. Cue Dirty Dom. Oh, so if Wes takes on Dirty Dom, Wes ain't gonna be in the fucking.
That's what I'm saying. Wes not gonna be in it. I said perfect match. Not what you think it's gonna be.
In your perfect situation, yeah.
I would want Wes. Perfect situation. I would want Wes. But yeah, it's probably gonna be Nathan Frazier, to be honest.
Dom says he don't deserve a title shot. Dom says he got to go through 3 former North American champions to get to him. He's going the MJF challenge route.
Yeah.
Wes says, and later on we find out next week it's going to be 5 Cameron Grimes, Big Bronson Reed, and Johnny Gargano. That's going to be fucking fire.
West versus all them niggas is going to be
fatal 4-way,
really, really good.
And then the Chase U controversy update. JC knows what's up. Cross-eyed Kid had a talk with Andre. Andre will break his silence next week. Thea and JC backstage. Thea anxious about her match, but JC says she has her back. You know what the controversy is. It's going to be Duke's blowing Andre, and it leaked out onto the internet. Duke has a new sugar daddy. He's blowing Andre. He's trying to get ahead in class.
Yep.
See what I did? Ahead.
Yeah. Yep.
Ahead. No, okay. Deadline qualifiers. Blair Davenport like Cesar says,
Blair
versus Thea
Davenport.
Hale with JC Jane. Blair beating up Thea. Blair's gear a bit unique, blue and black with red straps. I like it. Thea in all black. They call her the Spitfire again. You motherfucker. That's what 10. Yeah. JC talking all kinds of shit, distracting Blair. Thea distracted by the lack of support from Chase U section.
Chase U.
She eats a knee for that, and Blair wins and advances. Cesar. You give 2 squirts of donkey piss about White Collie and Mr. Stone.
I fast forwarded through the whole fucking thing.
Thank you. Wesley and Dirty Dom, thoughts?
That's going to be hopefully a good match.
That fatal 4-way next week. Well, here we go.
Yeah.
Fixing it right now.
Yeah, Johnny, Cameron, and fat ass Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Money. So we know Wesley's going to win because they're going to have a match. Yeah. So Stand and Deliver is the next pay-per-view after Deadline. So they're not going to have a pay-per-view January, February, or March.
Wait, what about Vengeance Day? The St. Valentine's Day?
That's all WWE. That's not. Well, they might have it on TV, but it's not
New
going to
Year's
be
Evil. New Year's Evil too.
It's going to probably be on TV. It's not going
Well,
to
shit,
be on.
didn't they do one in February like last year when they went up to like fucking Seattle or something like that?
Yeah, but it was on TV. It wasn't
No, that was on PLE. That was a PLE.
So I just looked
that was
on
when Grayson Waller lost his championship match. That was on a PLE.
Yeah, but I just looked on Wikipedia and it said Deadline, and then it said the next PLE for NXT because it listed all the WWE PLEs, like because the Elimination Chamber is in Australia, so they're not doing the NXT shit over there. And it said NXT Stand and Deliver is the same. Remember, because last year Stand and Deliver was on at like 2, and then WrestleMania was on at like 8.
Yeah, I'm saying they had a PLE in February up in like they
had New Year's Evil, which was definitely on TV.
That was on TV, but they also had a PLE on pay-per-view.
Yeah,
on Peacock, and then like February, because that's when Grayson, I think, did his Iron Survivor, cash in, and he lost. But I mean, I just find it hard to believe that they would go from December all the way to like what, April?
Yeah, it was Vengeance Day. It was
Vengeance Day. I do remember Vengeance Day. Yeah,
February 4th of 2023 this year.
Yeah.
See, I mean, they got to do at least one more in February.
So maybe they'll add it. I don't know. They might add it. They might not.
Because I mean, that's such a huge gap from December to like what, April?
Yeah.
Well, Cesar, what do you think the Chase U controversy is? What's your guess?
I don't know. The nigga owes some money or he did some fuck shit. I don't know. They better not go the Josh Gritty route. That he's fucking 17-year-olds or.
Well, they involved Tony D and the family. Remember?
Right, so it's got to be some fucking if it's some snake shit, you got to owe that cracker some money. Or Chase U used to sell drugs to Tony D and them. He had to move some weight through the college to pay back the loan.
I know what it is.
Okay, I know what it is. All right, go ahead.
They're involving Tony D and Stax. You can't do the math?
No.
They killed Bodie and they had to get rid of the body. Bodie's gone. They had to get rid of the body. He's sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah.
So Tony D, he paid Tony D and Stax. They got rid of Bodie.
All right, so why did they kill Bodie though? But why did they kill Bodie?
Because he got Me Too.
So they killed somebody who got Me Too'd, and then Tony D and them had to get rid of the body.
That's exactly to save Chase U's reputation, Cesar.
Okay. All right.
Obvious.
All right.
Blair versus
even though they killed Pretty Deadly on tape.
I rest my case, Cesar.
Okay.
Blair versus Thea.
Oh, you're asking me? I'm sorry. Did you read about that?
Blair versus Thea? What'd you think?
Oh, yeah. You did read about that. Sorry. Yeah, so it's Blair Davenport. Come on. They need to get Blair Davenport back in the top echelon of bitches on NXT. It's fine. It's fine. You lose the Roxy. Everybody loses Roxy. Okay, everybody loses Roxy. Because Blair Davenport, we all know for some reason GJ ain't holding no story. Ain't holding no story. As fine as she is, she can't hold no story. And this is sad. This is sad because they got AEW with fat ass Anna J. People still watch. Whoa, people still watch. Sky Blue, people still watch. Gigi with all that dump. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Oh no, she can't pull it off. I don't get it. She can't pull it off. Not my problem. But Blair Davenport can go in that rank. Blair Davenport can wrestle a bitch. Blair Davenport can fuck a hoe up. So yeah, they had to get Blair Davenport in that Iron Survivor. Obviously, Chase Hughes on the downhill, so might as well throw Thea. Thea trying to be a grown ass bitch, trying to do her own work, her own dirt, and she a grown ass bitch. She could take the loss and keep it going. She had her time earlier this year to shine. So she can take a loss, bounce back. Blair Davenport in that Iron Survivor. I ain't mad at it.
Sticks, do you give 2 squirts of donkey piss about White Collie and Mr. Stone?
No.
Wes Lee must go through Cameron Grimes, Bronson Reed, and Gargano to get to Dirty Dom. Any thoughts on this? Exactly.
That's my thoughts. It's going to be a banger.
Your thoughts on the Chase U controversy? Because I laid out the most convincing argument of what's actually going on, but just humor the audience about what you think's happening.
Fuck, I mean, like Cesar said, maybe they're pushing fucking stuff through the college. I mean, maybe Andre's got some of his students crunching the numbers for Tony D. He's got them foreign exports from the far east crunching some numbers for him while on scholarship. I don't know. I mean, I hope it's something good. I mean, it's gonna be, because it's probably gonna end up leading them back to another title match between both teams. So I mean, it's gonna be some way to tie that back together. But I mean, I hope it's interesting. It's gonna be, because Andre Chase has been very, very entertaining when they give him TV time and stuff like that. So
we had Blair versus Thea.
good match. Like Cesar said, they got to get Blair Davenport back on track, get her back into the title picture. This was a good way to do it. The built-in with Thea with the Chase U section basically being non-existent towards her. That was a good way to sprinkle that in to help her kind of build up getting that loss for her while also keeping Blair strong. So it was a good match that did 2 things for both wrestlers.
And she's in the Iron Survivor women's
Yep.
deal.
Mm-hmm.
Corbin and Dragunov video profile. Corbin hating that Dragunov dry humps the NXT title every day. And Corbin's bragging about his life. Willy Wonka and Miles versus Eddie Thorpe. Well, Willy Wonka had Gulak and Miles in his corner versus Eddie Thorpe. There is no way this made the Hulu cut match of the week. Eddie wins. He gets attacked. Tony D and Stacks continue to celebrate. The family pays their share. Lotharios jump them as they leave in the parking lot. There ain't no parking lot safe in NXT. Ariana Grace gets a video promo in the main event segment. They have taken notice to her. She's going to fight Carmen Beatrix Kiddo. She says, Carmen, got a shower. Sticks, what did you think? Do you have any thoughts on Corbin Dragunov? Any thoughts on Willy Wonka versus Eddie Thorpe? Tony D and Stacks get jumped. And then the new hotness, Ariana Grace. What'd you think?
Corbin Dragunov, I thought it was a good video package. Corbin's been starting to pick it up good with the video packages and stuff like that, so I didn't mind that. Willy Wonka and Eddie Thorpe, I don't care. I mean, this didn't do anything. This was a good This is a good thought talk break, so you could do that.
Tony
What was
D.
after that?
Tony D and
Oh,
Stack.
Tony D. Yeah, that was nice. It was a nice little wrap up for the victory supper.
They
All
got all
that
the
stuff.
money. Yeah, they got all that money.
Yeah, they got that money. One guy came up a little short on his end, but yet the other guy kind of made up for it.
Made
That
up
came
for
after him.
over. Yeah.
Yeah. So it all evens out in the end. Lotharios showing that they want that tag team title shot. So maybe we're gonna get that set up. Maybe they're gonna have that before the big Chase U scandal. Maybe before that brings them back to Tony D. I don't know. But that was a nice segment. And yeah, the standout of the women's division, woman that's starting to make waves. The Miss NXT herself, Ariana. This is great, man. This is great. They are doing a good job with this stuff. Make sure you get her on TV, do promos, do that funny stuff while she's putting that work in the PC. So that way, when you have her, when you want to start having her make that ascension towards the NXT championship, her in-ring work will at least somewhat equal her mic skills and her promo skills. So great job of Master Michaels, making sure she gets on TV doing what she does great, and that is promo and working on the mic.
I took notice that it was during the main event, so I was like, wow, they really do like this girl. Cesar, who do you like better, Blair Davenport or Jaime Hayter?
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right, I gotta break it down.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we gotta do this scientifically. Okay. So we gotta go by character work. You know, I'm gonna ask all y'all because I'm gonna break it down, and we're all gonna have an opinion because that's what we like to do here on the Trap. I know you asked me this question, Mangria, but I'm gonna ask it back to you, and I'm gonna ask you the stakes.
Oh,
Character work. Who do you like better, Blair Davenport or Jaime Hayter?
Jaime Hayter. You know why? It's my fault again. I will fall on the sword. I haven't seen enough of Blair Davenport because I know, Cesar, you dabbled in the NXT UK, so you might be familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, Blair. I love the accent. I love the Cruella DeVille hairdo.
Yeah.
She can go.
Okay.
Jaime Hayter.
You like the character of Jaime Hayter?
Woo!
Wait. I said character, not body. Woo! I said character.
Yeah.
Character. I'm talking about character. Wait. I didn't say body.
Oh,
I didn't say body. I said character, as in the character they portray on TV.
Okay, so you got Blair Davenport.
Blair Davenport.
She's a badass. She got the Cruella DeVille thing going on. She beats bitches. She's a badass. And then you got Jaime Hayter, who is portrayed as the Doctor's heavy.
Yeah.
The heavy. So there's not much character work that went into that because she was basically the Diesel to Shawn Michaels.
Sure.
So she was like the bodyguard. So, I mean, if we're going character only.
Yeah, character.
Blair.
Blair. Stakes, character, Blair or Jaime.
Yeah, character is Blair. I mean, she's done more, especially with like the NXT Anonymous when she came back, all that stuff. I mean, Jaime was the killer with the pillar, so she just had to be the muscle. She had to move the weight, all that stuff. So
fine, and I agree with you. Character. Now we talking looks and body. Yeah, girl. I'm
getting the vapor.
Yeah,
I'm getting the vapor.
Hey, that remind me of Sky Sana. Holla at the haters. It's old Jaime.
I'm drinking that haterade off that OnlyFans all night long.
Yeah.
All right. So we wanted one.
That gear though. We
wanted one.
That gear though.
All right. So now we got to go again. On the mic. Promos.
Oh no. Oh man. Well, that's bad. That's bad because Blair for sure wins that one.
Smokes her, right?
Blair
Okay.
for sure wins that one.
Sticks.
Here's the thing, I'm gonna say Blair, but it's so long since we've actually seen Jamie do a promo because of the injury. So I mean, it's
Okay,
hard.
but when she
I
was
know,
there,
I understand more. We've seen more with Blair, but it overshadows that. If it's so hard to remember Jamie
but
doing a promo. I can't even remember her last match that she had that she won since she's been injured. So
well, I mean, her last match she lost because she was injured, but then she had to leave. But yeah,
she
look,
lost because she was injured. I mean, if there
but
wasn't,
that's
any,
on, but
we'll
that's
be
on the
talking about
promotion.
her.
That's on the promotion because, like, literally think about it. AJ Styles was shit at promos in TNA, and WWE coached him up to have.
Well. Hold on. Towards the end of TNA, when the captain showed up and they teamed him with him,
I'll give you that.
that's when the promo skills start. When they had him with the captain, when he was messing around with Ric Flair,
Yeah,
all that stuff.
but
That's
all
when
those
it started.
guys, but
That's
all
when
those
it started
guys
rising.
are
While he was still in
professional.
TNA.
Yeah. They weren't TNA born guys. They were from. Let's be honest. The captain
But it was
came
still
from the
under
E.
the TN. But it was still under the TNA banner.
Sure. But those are guys who were trained under Ric Flair's
Cool.
just a legend.
Yeah, we say the same thing with like AEW. I mean, a lot of the WWE guys are cutting hella good promos, putting good
Of course.
ring work in. They're WWE guys, but unfortunately, they're under the AEW umbrella now.
Right. But they're under the umbrella now, but they came from the place where you cut good promos.
Yeah.
All right. So we got it. We got that. Now we got to go to the real meat. In-ring performances. The actual wrestling.
It's hard. It's hard because Blair is such a badass outside of the ring. She was murdering people in the parking lot. And then you have her in the grocery store with Roxy getting her ass kicked. I don't like that. But she's still stomping bitches in the ring. However,
Jamie was stomping bitches in the ring.
Is a powerhouse. Like Jamie is a hard-hitting man. That's hard.
Because you know what's really funny though, Mangria? If you watch Blair in NXT UK, you bringing this up is so great because they're so similar. Mm-hmm. If you watch Blair in NXT UK, because Blair was stomping bitches in NXT. It's so funny how like when you see with all the ladies, like Toni Storm was stomping bitches in NXT UK. Rhea was stomping bitches in NXT
Well,
UK.
let's also say this. Blair was stomping bitches when she wasn't even in WWE, when she was over in Japan. When she was on that Billy Goat dick, when they were banging, she was fucking.
And that's why everybody says that's why everybody said Will Ospreay signed with AEW because he didn't want to sign with WWE, and especially how WWE wanted him to like kind of run the NXT UK because Blair was there.
Okay,
but go ahead.
I have it.
Okay,
you are gonna make this decision for me.
God damn it!
Was Blair champion?
In NXT UK?
Yeah.
I honestly,
I don't think she was.
I don't think she was.
No.
Jaime Hayter.
Wow.
That's what I'm basing it on. Sorry.
That she won a championship in AEW, but the AEW women's division is shit.
Hey man. That's
fine. Gold. That's fine. Well, she was a championship she probably won multiple championships in New Japan because she was stomping. She was like female Will Ospreay in New Japan. Let me just put that. Jaime Hayter was never that.
Overseas, they called her the top gaijin for a fucking reason.
Jaime Hayter was never that.
All right, Sticks, then what say you?
This really fucking kills me, boys.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And I
Like,
look,
all right.
look,
If I have to pick,
no.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If I have to pick from watching what I've seen from Jamie Hayter and just not AEW, some shit I looked up after I found about her in AEW and what I've seen from Blair Davenport, from what I know Blair Davenport, I am literally going 60-40 Blair Davenport.
But that's just for in-ring work.
In-ring work. Yes, just in-ring work. Just in-ring work. I'm going 60-40 Blair Davenport. Not overall. I'm going in-ring work 60-40 Blair Davenport. Because that bitch was hurting bitches in Japan.
I understand.
She was doing the Lord's work.
Boys, goddamn, this breaks my heart.
Sticks.
This breaks my heart because I love Jamie so much. I'm going.
If I had to pick overall, I'm going 55-45 Blair.
Wow.
Overall, including all the specs that we talked about, I'm going 55-45 Blair.
Oh,
I'm going 51.
Hold on.
I'm canceling the cameo from fucking Jamie.
Where are you going? Stick said 51-49?
I'm going 51-49 Blair, and we're crossing hairs. I mean, we're splitting hairs on this shit.
Jeez.
And that fucking hurts me. Like I might damn near think about off myself when I'm staring at myself in the mirror later tonight.
That hurts me. Honestly, if I could get both of them in WWE and in one match, that would be a woman's dream match I would want to see.
Well,
I'm gonna say this: if they could get Jamie,
Hayter was
if
in
they could get Jamie and
well,
WWE,
yeah, but she wasn't like Jamie Hayter.
If they could get Jamie and WWE, then let's see. Let them cook.
Yeah.
Let them get her
Yeah.
work.
I need Jamie Hayter now in AEW to fight Blair in WWE. Because it would. Yes, in NXT.
Because if they went to the main roster, they'd be getting treated like Alba and Isla right now.
But it would be like when you remember when Tony Storm came over from NXT UK and fought and tried to fight Rhea and fought Rhea for a couple of times
and cried.
It would be a good match like that. I don't know who would win. That's up to them who would win because I think Rhea had the title, so we knew who was going to win. But it would be like that now. And that would be a really good match. But if I had to pick, I'm definitely taking Blair. Like they've definitely misused her a little bit in NXT.
Oh yeah,
but
the grocery store thing was
right. But
you get kind of ebbs and flows with that in WWE with a lot of superstars. Like you kind of look back on stuff, you're like, why'd they do that to that person? Why right? It didn't benefit. Either person.
Them, yeah. But though, sometimes you do get those other shits where you're like, damn, she out here dominated like she used to.
You just made me fucking open up a can of worms with Tony Storm and Rhea Ripley now, you asshole.
Yeah, look, I'm just saying, bro.
Now I'm thinking of that shit.
But because like
Mommy and Timeless,
but all these people, right? All these people in NXT, because we forget because it just had to be mentioned. They're rebranding NXT UK to be a more travel show. So Blair could go and be the new like NXT Women's Champion like after a tournament. Who could be over there?
I fully expect her and Dragunov to be like
and maybe even Tyler Bate. But maybe even Tyler Bate to like go back over there to be like those kind of stars.
Could we see the rebirth of Peter Dune over there?
We could too, man. We could too.
Oh, yeah, we could. Ridge and Pete just split.
But then they're gonna have people over there who are just over there. I mean, maybe even AEW keeps sleeping on Pop because he keeps getting trapped over there. Maybe he could resign and join that shit. We don't even know the other people over there that they could resign who are just over there. Maybe they take some Impact guys who
Well,
were there.
they're probably gonna get a handful of New Japan guys, possibly too. I mean, there's people. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
so
people in
in
New Japan.
conclusion, Caesar and Sticks both pick Blair, and I'm going with Jaime Hayter.
Yes, by a
Yeah.
small margin, but yes, Blair Davenport.
Well,
Which,
this
by
is
the way, if I do not show up next week, it's because I went ahead and probably cut my wrist in a bathtub because of the decision I just made.
well, Caesar, I just want to know your closing thoughts on Ariana Grace. She was in a main event segment,
Yeah,
promo.
it's like you said. Somehow Santina has taught this woman to be a great character. And we all know in WWE, if you have the character work, this is what the best part about WWE is. If you have the character work and you're in NXT, you're at the Performance Center to where they will eventually teach you the other part you don't know. Right? So she has the character. She has the great interruptions. She can hold the character. She's got the look because she's about the same size as everybody there and has the look. She's in shape. She can do the thing. So long as they can teach her the wrestling ability, which there's only so much you can learn in training. You know, she can work out. She can do the training. She can learn the basics. As long as you can learn the basics well, I feel like the rest of it can come to you in the ring. I feel like a lot of wrestling is in ring training, you know? And she can have practice matches at the PC. They can put her on NXT or level up. She can gain her way into.
Well, the NXT does like live shows. And that's where you start building chemistry on those weekend live shows.
Weekend live shows with the character, with the crowd. Because you got to learn how to wrestle in a crowd, the hard cam, the everything. So she can learn that stuff to be great in NXT. And once you're great in NXT, you're ready for the main roster. It's just up to them on how they use you. And let's be honest, you can be on some shit, but you can be great. And it's up to you once you get there to, like, once again, drive your character more and get over. And you have to get yourself over. Versus in NXT will get you over. I feel like they will work with you to get you over to the main roster. Then you have to get yourself over. So that's the next part of your career.
Once you make it to the main roster, the work's not done.
Yeah,
now you got to double your workload
to get yourself over. Yeah,
to be able to become relevant and to stay relevant.
And that's where the main roster. I feel like the main roster, you got to get yourself over on the live shows. You know, you got to get yourself over on the dark shows. And then, like, when you have your shine on the main roster, you got to be 150% on par to get the not to get the you have to get the crowd over, but like the people in the back, it's got to have a reason. Yeah. I mean, shit. Think about it. Think about it when Becky was wrestling Trish, right? And then like Triple H was like, "You got to go out there and make lemonade," which is why she was tweeting about it. It was like, I'm not going to have a match. And then they got that cage match and they showed their ass. And you're like, when we watched that pay-per-view, you were like, damn, this Becky Trish shit is fucking popping. Oh, these bitches came ready. Because Triple H was like, yeah, I'm not putting this on Raw. Well, what? For you to have another promo? Your promos are shit. But they had a phenomenal match at whatever pay-per-view that was to even start the show. And it was better than some of the shit in the middle. And you're like, these bitches showed out because they knew they had to show out and they can show out. So they had to get, even though they're both legends, he was like, I'm not wasting time on this. But when they got in that ring, he was like, damn, they showed me some shit.
All Trips has to say is like, oh, you think I'm just going to give you time? Walk through the back.
Yeah.
I have people that haven't seen TV time in like 2 weeks to a month.
Yeah.
You don't think they're going to scratch and claw and kill
to get time?
To get the 5 minutes that you want or the 15 minutes.
I need you to prove to me why I should give you 5 minutes and then why I should give you a 15-minute match.
It was Payback
And
in September.
Payback, yes, sir. Yes. Tell me that match didn't cook.
It's good. It's
Tell
good.
me that match didn't cook. But tell me them promos weren't weak on the TV before.
Well, of course.
Promos are dog shit. That's why you didn't know about the match itself.
Trish needs to close her mouth and grab her ankles. But
but I digress. Tell me that match didn't cook.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I feel like that's what you got to do to get there in NXT. So I feel like she has a character work because let's be honest, every time that bitch has a promo or when she came out interrupting that one match, like ladies, I was like, this bitch again. I was like, this is gold. She is great character. She's comfortable talking. She's not mincing her words. She's not getting stumbled. She's great talking. I was like, this character work, gold. Yeah.
You know what won me over is when she lost last week. She was crying and she put her sash on and she put her crown on and she was waving.
Still waving.
She was still doing it.
Still waving. Yes.
That was fucking perfect.
Her character work. She was trained by Santino on character work, and her character work is 100% there. If she had the wrestling talent of hell, anybody, Indy, Zoe, fucking the Poison Pixie, she could go main roster.
Oh yeah,
she has the character work.
She's just starting, so
she's just starting. That's what I'm saying. But her character work is good enough for main roster. Her character work.
Santino can be Intercontinental Champion. Ariana can be NXT Women's Champion.
Eggs Blackley, because she has got it. Yeah. She just needs the wrestling work and just more in reps in the ring, and I feel like she's got it.
Speaking of the women, we head to the main event. It's for the NXT Women's Championship. It's Lyra versus Xia. The match finally happens. On paper, this reads as the most lackluster main event in NXT history. Last year, this match would have taken place in the middle of a show and lasted 4 minutes. They trying really hard to get us to care about Xia. They've tried before when she got tortured with Boa years ago with Smokey the Hoe. Now we are to believe that she has the kicking power of Chuck Norris. They've invested a lot in Lyra too, having her beat Becky for the title. Now these two are main eventing our favorite show. Speaking on an entertainment spectrum, they don't connect with the fans. They can wrestle, but having a tea party doesn't warrant a main event spot. I don't care about this story. They are both charisma free. This should have opened the show. Lyra retains with the Phantom Driver. No One versus Gable should have main evented. Sorry, ladies. Cesar, what did you think of the main event of fucking NXT?
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
There's first time for everything.
So here's what happened. When I saw this bitch Lyra, right, I was like, oh, she's got a dumb gimmick with these angel wings, and she's got a crazy pose on the ring when she steps up on the ring. Yeah. But then, all right, y'all made fun of that pose, and then I was at work today. And I was like, who's got dumb poses on the ring but we like? I was like, there's not a few, right? Randy Orton's is not a dumb pose. It's not a dumb pose.
It started as a dumb pose.
LA Knight kind of has a dumb pose. Because it's like this, but then it's like this. Yeah, it's like yeah, it's like I was like, all right, you can get over a dumb pose. And then I was like, all right, if she loses Valkyrie shit and just is like, just a bitch here to fight, she can be good. Her in-ring work is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not shit. And I'm like, her promos are they're kind of trash. They gotta build that up. But I was literally when I first kind of like saw her like after 3 weeks was like, Lyra could probably be really good. She could probably be really good with some time. I was like, she'd probably be really good with some time. I'm just going off first when we first saw her. I was like, she gets rid of this dumb wing shit. I was like, that dumb wing shit is not making it to main roster. because when I look at certain people when they come into NXT, I'm like, what is going to get you out of this to main roster? That wing and shit is not going to get you to main roster. Somebody squash it. Right. And then I was like, oh, she's fighting Becky just because they're both Irish. I was like, all right. I was like, and then when she won it, I was like, I don't think she's good enough on promos. And she's good enough in the ring to make it the main roster, not be the champ, but make it the main roster. But her promos are lacking. So now I'm like, when I think about it, I was like, is this really the next Tiffany Stratton test? Because Tiffany is good enough in the ring to make it main roster, and she's got the look. But let's be honest, she's weak as shit on promos. And like she's like Tiffany's bad at promos, and I feel like Lyra's in the same boat. She's horrible at promos, but she's good enough in the ring to hang with people to make it to main roster. So now I'm like, yo, what are y'all gonna do? Because y'all have two people who are great at wrestling, who probably should be fighting for the title, like Braun and Mello should be Tiffany and Lyra, because Lyra did have her best match versus Tiffany when Tiffany had the title. That was Lyra's best match. But you have two people who are horrible at promos. So how can you have these people be your champion? Like, we know Roxy can go in the ring, and we know Roxy can hold her own at promos. Cora Jade's still on titty rest. Cora Jade is at least decent at promos, and she can go in the ring. Like, why are you trying to push all these women at once to have a massive women call up? Or like, what's going on here? Because I don't see Vira as that's your champion. That's your main NXT champion. Like literally, that's your main NXT champion. And then she gets kicked in the head, and then 2 hours later she has a match. Like, you're just repeating this shit of because she's champion, she can not be at 100% and beat somebody who's at 100%. Like, why are we keep doing this dance? Like, she's just winning because she's winning. So it was an all right match, but yeah, it didn't deserve the main event. It's like you said, it didn't deserve the main event. Yeah, that Chad Gable Noam Dar match was the best match of the night, and it was really, really good. And I get it. NXT likes to start off a night with a tag team banger, which it was. Tag team banger, but this was a Noam Cup or a cup match, which was still really great. But I don't get it why she had to win the title at that Halloween Havoc. It would have been better if Becky would have lost it to somebody who won. They should have had the Iron Survivor probably lead up to Halloween Havoc, and then that person beat Becky at like Deadline or something. Because I don't really like Lyra as champion. Tiffany, I think, was a better champion, but just couldn't talk. But she was having way better matches. But then again, yeah, I've never seen Zaya versus Tiffany either, so I don't know if the match would have been just as good, or if not better. So I don't know. It's just weird in the women's division.
What I would love to have seen tonight is, again, flip-flop opener and closer. They should have flip-flopped that.
Yeah.
And for future's sake, it's hard to sit through, but we need Lyra, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Not Zaya. Lyra and Tiffany. We need reps on the mic. We need reps on the mic.
Yes.
They're gonna be terrible at first. Everybody's terrible at first, except for LA Knight. But let's give them reps. Let's give them reps.
I feel like they're better backstage with McKenzie.
They're better in the cinematic spots.
Yeah. The cinematic spots are fine. NXT cinematic spots are dope.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're better with McKenzie going back and forth. But I feel like they are both horrible by themselves in the middle of the ring. And I feel like that's where it's most important. Tiffany, you need to come out there to talk by yourself, even if somebody's going to come out later, you need to get yourself over in the ring more versus you have a back and forth.
Yeah, because when Tiffany gets in the ring and cuts a promo, she's rushing through it like she memorized it and she doesn't want to forget it, so she's trying
And
to
then she's just spitting it out.
just
Yeah,
diarrhea and everything out of her mouth. And then
yeah.
Lyra, she's not believable.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah.
She's like all confidence, no words, no dialogue. It's like, I'm gonna beat her and I'm gonna prove myself. I was like, bitch, would you think of something creative to say? Get your wings and fly your ass back to Mount Olympus. I don't know. But Sticks, what did you think of this fucking main event with the women?
This was a huge swing and a miss by NXT, and they don't have very many of those. Like you said, they sort of swapped the opener and the main event. But just like with Lyra in itself in this championship run, they've swung and missed. I mean, like you said, if it's that she's not believable, she just doesn't have it. Like when I watch her either standing there on Raw watching a match or backstage, there's just not. I just don't have faith in her. Like she's not, like you said, believable. She just doesn't have it as a champion. Now, like when Tiffany first started, you're like, oh, okay. But the more time Tiffany had the championship, you're like, okay, she's a good champion. She's a champion I can believe in. She has it. Lyra doesn't have it. Like I can't take her serious. I don't believe in her. And it's almost as if like she's being one of two things. She's either they're trying to force her to us, or whatever plans they have for like the next person, that person isn't either A, ready yet, or B, something has happened. Like the plans have been delayed. So I don't know. I mean, her whole NXT Women's Championship run, it will probably be one of the most forgettable ones I think that we'll probably
I just hope it's Blair Davenport. I swear to God, I hope it's Blair Davenport.
Well, you know, Tiffany had a leg up on Lyra because Tiffany was a heel.
Well, here's the thing.
Heels are more comfortable.
We're also forgetting we haven't seen Jade Cargill on our TVs in like a couple of weeks. The last thing we saw Jade was that she was on TV, I think, when Lyra walked off, and she pointed at like her watch.
Yeah,
that's been it. We haven't seen any like her on Raw, her on SmackDown, a quick little screenshot of Jade Cargill.
Did you watch the presser after Survivor Series Sticks?
No.
So Triple H addressed it in the presser because somebody asked, like, yo, what's up going on with Jade Cargill? And he was literally like, you know, he's like, yeah, we were introducing Jade Cargill and we're putting her on TV. And he goes, now it's a matter of where he kind of said it like it's a matter of where we think she should fit in. So I think she's at the PLE. She's just working out and they're training her up and they don't know where they want to put her. Do they want to put her in NXT? Because like let's be honest. Out of bitches who can win a title, where would you want Jade? Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or maybe NXT?
NXT, because that championship needs life. It needs life.
She needs that work. She needs that work. I mean,
she needs to have a dominant victory over Lyra, beat the fuck out of her, take that title, and go on a hell of a run with it. She can talk. She has the strength. She might need some more in-ring work, but
she would learn. She would learn in-ring work better in NXT. And
she's
poster child. She would be, to tell you the truth, if we weren't coming up on deadline in the Iron Survivor, if you were to throw her in an Iron Survivor match and then slowly bring her up to making that Iron Survivor, like her calling her shot, that would be the way to do it.
I mean, if they don't pull the trigger on Jade Cargill soon, I wonder if they're saving her for the Royal Rumble, or are they saving her for Stand and Deliver?
So Stand and Deliver is only like 2 weeks away. So I figure if she doesn't show up now, if she's not in this Iron Survivor match,
2 months.
she has got to be in the Rumble.
Yeah, she's gonna be in the Rumble for sure.
But you got.
Gotta
But
be.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. You gave us a heavy dose of her,
Yeah.
and now we're gone cold without seeing her on TV.
Yeah. But you gave a heavy dose of her.
You're gonna run the option of people slowly starting to forget about her.
Yeah. Well, no, but that's why Triple H addressed it, because somebody brought it up. He was like, yo, you gave us like Jade on Raw. You gave us Jade on SmackDown. You gave us Jade even in NXT.
Can I ask you guys something?
Yeah, what's up?
Who would you rather win the Women's Royal Rumble this year? Jade Cargill or a returning AJ Lee?
Or returning AJ Lee.
Oh.
It's too early for Jade to win the Rumble.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's a hell of a statement, though.
Yeah,
I've heard things that AJ can't actually wrestle. Like she's like, if she takes like a bad hit or anything like that, like she's done. Like she might not.
Which is
be able
fair.
to have
Which is fair, but like, because I mean, all right, you win the Rumble, right, and you get to pick your winner. Look, it's just like, you know what? It's funny. It's just like Triple H said. Everybody has dream matches for Jade. Look, Jade versus Rhea, a power match at Mania sounds great. Jade versus Io with speed versus power is great. Jade actually taking it from Valkyria. If you want to put that NXT match on WrestleMania, sure. And Jade should win it. But if I have to pick, I'm going to pick AJ, who I know is a seasoned wrestler, who is still in shape, who can still do it. Because AJ versus Rhea or AJ versus Io would probably be a better match. Just because, no, Jade is great, but Jade always stomp people out. Jade doesn't know how to like do the back and forth. I don't think she sells okay, but I don't think she sells great because she is such a big bitch. Like, let's not be honest.
She puts more thought into her outfit coming out to the ring than she does.
Then she does the match. Yes, of course. She puts more outfit of what. Yeah, she puts more thought into what she's coming out with. So I would love Jade to go to NXT. Like you said, Jade should go to NXT and dominate.
Yes.
Right? And start. But I really feel like the women of NXT need a second kind of championship because there's so many women there. There's so many women there. I feel like they need a second tier championship because after they took the tag team championships away, like, what's the point? They're all fighting for the women's championship. They need something else they can fight for. Put it on Level Up a lot, but put it on the PLEs that they can fight for it. And I feel like Jade would be great to come in and like win that initial tournament for that belt and fight bitches and then obviously lose it and then go for the main title and have a healthy reign for that and then go to the main roster and kill it.
Mark my words, tripod historians, Lyra is not making it to Stand and Deliver with that championship. They're going to take it off her. I think they're going to take it off Lyra because...
Do you think she makes it past New Year's Evil?
And give it to who?
Whoever wins the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge is taking that belt off of Lyra. Mark my words.
Okay, but what if she takes it? What if she takes it off of her at Stand and Deliver?
She ain't making it to Stand and Deliver with that title, Cesar.
Huh?
She ain't making it. They're gonna see what we're talking about. They're gonna be like, "Man, this bitch is a snooze fest."
I think at the latest she makes it to Vengeance Day.
He said,
but I wouldn't be surprised if she loses that New Year's Evil.
She's losing it. Lyra's losing that belt.
She needs to lose it.
She's ratings death. Putting her in the main event kind of sealed her fate, if you ask me. But
no, they just know that bitch is not main event worthy. They can put her in the middle of the show.
She needs to be opening shows, not closing shows. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and listening to this healthy wrestling conversation. And who do you pick? Do you pick Blair? Do you pick Jaime Hayter? Leave it in the comments.
Tell them.
For listeners. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, we do what we do best. Oh, yeah. APPW, check it out. The Crumb-Offs just dropped today. Well, as you're watching this, yesterday. Check it out. Watch everything. APPW, Mangria Fueled YouTube page. Fuck you, NXT, AEW, for watching and not giving me credit. But we give that big ups to Stallion Pete.